episode number 231 of NoCoders Office Hours. I'm your host, Tanya, and I'm here with our members, Sander, Ben, and Sebastian, and my co-NoCoder, Juan, who is making his first appearance in a while. We're so happy to have him back. We're going to get started in a moment, but if this is your first time tuning into Office Hours, what it is we have a membership called the Developer Plan at NoCoders, and you can sign up for that membership and get access to 6 Zoom sessions every week where you can come and ask any bubble question that you want. And soon we'll be supporting Xano as well. So we don't promise to have all of the answers, but we do promise we work very hard to get the answers for you, and most of the time we do get it right. So if you would like to come and ask us bubble questions and soon to be Xano questions, please do go to pronocoders.com and sign up for the developer membership, and then come on into the Zoom and say hi to us, because we'd love to get to know you and your apps and what you're working on and help you out. All right, Sebastian, you were here first, so you get to go ahead and ask us any of your questions.
Yeah, I have a question, but I can wait a little today. So if anyone else wants to start, I can go ahead afterwards.
Sure, Ben, do you have any?
Yeah, I've just got a couple of little like niggly things that are annoying me, and I'm sure it's one of those situations where you'll just look at it and know. I know I've done a fair bit around date formatting, but do you know, is there a way to format addresses so that it's just showing, say, city and state or city and country? Or I'm just worried if people are entering in their full address is going to come up here, and I really think that that's probably not a good thing.
Yeah, this can be done. Can you go to your editor, please?
Of course I can, Juan.
Sorry?
Of course I can.
Thank you.
Let's go to that page. Look at all these reusables, Juan. Take a leaf out of your book.
Okay. Meanwhile, you go to the page. Basically, in the text, this is a text, right? You can add like format after location.
Yeah.
Click more, please, and format address. And again, sorry. And you can you scroll down, please? No. Okay. Sorry. Okay. You can use extract. Sorry. Instead of format address, please. Extract. Oh, it is after formatted address, I think. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah. So you can pull from there, like the street. What do you want to show? Only the city and the state?
City and country, probably.
Okay, so you can type city and add a space.
And a space.
Yeah. And maybe you
or
can
maybe a comma instead of a space, and comma.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Space.
Oh yeah, maybe here in Colombia
Comma
we use like
space.
inside a parenthesis. But yeah. And paste that expression. You can copy it and paste it.
Ugh.
And paste that expression, and the same, but extract country. The state code, it is like only the 2 letters of the state, and the state is like the full name of the state.
What's country and country? County. Sorry.
County is like in United States. Tonya, can you explain that better? There's like a small bunch of places, like mini towns. It's not last city. It is not a state. It's like in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that I live in Pima County, and then I live in Tucson, the city. So that's about all I can tell you.
It is like a middle
almost
thing.
like a municipal, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the municipality. I think would be Tucson. Like that would be the incorporated city or whatever. But the counties are sort of. I mean, I guess if we were going to talk in bubble terms, it would be like having a region thing in the database that then multiple things belong to the region. So multiple cities belong to the same county.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's like a smaller version of a state.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But like
How,
it gets
how
pretty crazy.
unnecessary.
It is, and it's really funny because like some states have a lot of counties and other states have fewer counties. It's very strange. So
Well, thanks for that.
yeah,
Thanks,
no
Rob.
worries. Perfect. And then let's see, Sandra, did you have a question?
No, not at the moment.
No? All right, that brings us back to Sebastian. Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Okay. So I have this app which is supposed to have workshops with teams, different teams in a company. And so I have a couple of different data types. I have the team where I collect a lot of info regarding the team name, for example, and the list of users, the employees. And then I have a page where I have commitments. It's the end of the workshop where they have a goal and action, what they want to do. So I have the team name there. I'm not sure if this is correct. It's like this, and I have a list of user and a value, because here on the third page of the workshop, I have the culture commitments. Each team look at this page together. Multiple users look at this page, all the participants in the team, and then they write something here, and it's supposed to come up here. And maybe they write 10 different things they choose, and then they can vote on each other's, and then the list should change. So it's sorted. The top choices is in the top, sort of. I kind of get it to work, but not completely. For example, the list, parents group, and I also when I press this button, I want to be able to change it, and I'm not sure if I'm opening up a pop-up here, but I'm not sure if I'm populating it with the right information, changing the right information. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I noticed that you have. Okay, let's begin going to the data tab, please, to explain you a difference. Okay, there. So team name. Do you see this field? Team name.
Yeah.
Okay, this is really not. No, 1 second before deleting it. This is not only the name. This is like the complete object, right?
Okay.
So think in this like a box where you can take parts or stuff inside it, right? So you can retrieve from the team, you can retrieve from the name, the creation date, the creator of that team, and a lot of other attributes related to the team. So this is the difference. Like the first field that is called action, that is only a text. And the second one, it is not a text, it is a team. So it is like the complete object, a box with a lot of stuff inside it, right? Yeah. So you can name this team only instead of team name to avoid confusion. And it is the proper way to save it, like in these initial stages, like where you can, with this field, you have like a direct relation to that object, so you can retrieve any other value from there. And the user is the wrong one because it is only a text. Sometimes you will want to have like stored a hard-coded text like this, like username or something like for filtering purposes in big databases or something like that. Like a field with like key search terms, sometimes it's proper to do, but in this initial stage, I don't want to confuse you. And yeah, the better way for now is to add a field called user and type user. So you can retrieve all of the user's data from that. So you can go to there, create a new field, user. And yeah, perfect. What is this user is what? The creator of the team, the owner of the team, or what is this?
Yeah, no, each team has a bunch of users.
Okay, so before creating it, can you check this? So this will be a list of users. So you can attach users to that commitment.
Yeah, but sorry. So each team is consistent of one have multiple users in the same team at the same time, but each commitment is constructed by one user only.
So okay. So can you delete this field, please? You cannot change now this one. And create another one like user constructor or something like that. And yeah, user. Let's go to our team object in the left menu there. And there you have managers, list of users. Okay, got it. Okay, that was the first thing to maybe check. And let me check your app. I will access it from my computer. Give me a second, please. I need to log in there. Give me a second. It's called Team.
Yeah, Team Talks.
Okay. Sorry. I'm logging in. Sorry, I needed to open a completely new session.
Sorry, this is we were very lucky last minute to get Juan's help, so let me help him sign in to Bubble. There you go, Juan.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so okay, and the page is called workshops, right? So
workshop 3. Workshop 3.
Okay, workshops 3. Okay, so here I am, right? Okay, so the initial thing. Let's begin. Can you recap, please? What do you want to do?
We're in a team, and now you say we should be as helpful. We should do A. We type in something. Commitment. It's called commitment. Yeah, you can.
Okay, which user I can use
Anyone. You can try Sebastian, the last one, or
okay. Okay, so I can type something here and I will create a commitment, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is one's commitment. And when I click here, it will save it and display it below.
It's supposed to do that, yeah. And I think it does, but...
Okay, so what this workflow do? It creates a commitment. Okay, we need, okay.
Yeah. Now action, I changed it a little bit. So action, no, it's supposed to be right. Action.
Okay, let me
situation. Yeah, sure.
Okay, user is like the owner of it, right?
Yeah.
So it will be current user, the value. What is the value? This input?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, sorry. The value is the voting. Later, that's the value. So
okay, that will be like the number of votes.
Yeah.
Okay. I will rename it for now for me to like you can later change it. It is for me to keep the track. Okay. Okay, so for now we will not need this, right? Because it will be like empty. And let me delete everything and just create it from scratch. Okay, value will not action. What is action? The input value,
that's
right? It is this input situations value. And the team means like my team, the team that I belong to a team.
Yeah, that's the you belong to team. And
okay, we don't have here any team relation. Where you assign the teams in your page?
From the slug.
From the slug. So the team is
the slug name.
But this is an empty for now.
Yeah.
The slug of the user.
I haven't.
Okay. And sorry, but when you no worries.
Question.
No, don't worry. Don't worry at all. How when the user sign ups, you create a team or which?
So the process is that the team manager is the one who's logged in first, and he invites his user. And the thing I'm thinking about this is that he sends an invitation via email with a link with a slug, and that automatically connects them to the team.
Okay. Okay, so we can address this like in another explanation, right?
Or we could have, if it's an easier way, we could have the team on the user level.
Yeah, I thought that always, please, I recommend you to have like two relations. For example, the team can have like a list of users like these, right? And maybe like the owner of the team that was like the first user that signs up or something. Yeah. So you can access the team owner from here or from here. So like add the two relations. So here you can add a relation to the team. So you can know every user to which team belongs to.
Yeah.
And this is great for privacy rules. Yeah. So you can show information based of if the commitment, as the commitment have a team, like only show commitments that belongs to the same team, right? Don't show anything else. And yeah, this is for privacy rules. It is better. And also here in the team, you can have like the owner, for example, the owner of the team. That can be the user.
That would be the manager that I already have there, list of you.
Managers. But this is a list of users.
Okay.
Can be multiple of them?
No. So it's only one manager. Yeah. So you're right and I'm wrong.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, I will add here, like maybe delete.
Perfect.
Okay, so in the sign up, you can create a team and attach it, right?
Yeah.
So let's do it fast. Sign up.
Yeah, so I'm working on this. It's not proper yet. I'm trying to get the Sava to work. But
No worries at all. But first of all, you will need to create an account, right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It is like sign up user. You can like finish this later, but I will leave here like the logic. So you set up here the email, the password that will be an input, that will be password or wherever, and then you create a team. To that team, you can add like the owner, that is the manager. The manager will be the result. This is type user. Okay, I will add current user. That will be like the recently user added. I don't know why it doesn't allow me like to do result of step 1, but anyway. So this will be the same. So you attach the owner to the team that you are creating, and then to the current user, you can attach the team that you just created, right? So in these 2 steps, you create like the logic or the relation, maybe better, the relation between each object, right?
Cool.
Okay. For now, I will do this manually. I will add a team here. That will be, then company is for NoCoders. This is a company, sorry. Meanwhile here, for NoCoders. And the owner will be Sebastian, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we already have a team, and I will paste this unique ID of this team in the user to create like the relation. Team, right?
Yeah, cool.
So meanwhile, we have a user with a team, right? So when we create here the post, we can say, like, sorry, this commitment, we can say that the team is the current user's team.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Cool. So we already have the commitment. Now we will need to show the commitment here, right? Okay, so here we have all the commitments. First of all, I will encourage you to have this field. So only show me the commitments for the team that I belongs to.
Okay, current users team.
Yeah, but also I don't want to maybe confuse you at this stage, but this is really, really important to upfill this in the privacy tab. With a proper setup here, you can even don't add the condition here, and the user cannot view like other teams' commitments. But it is recommended to do it twice, like here and here. So if maybe something failed here, you will catch it here. But anyway, a person with some skills can retrieve like the information from the console tab right here, if you don't set the privacy rules here properly, right? So yeah, just to mention that. But I will not confuse you for now with the privacy rules. Meanwhile, this will work. So we will search all the commitments, create a date, maybe descending. So you will view first the last created or something. And this should work. And here will be this should be the text that they type it here.
Yeah.
So here you don't need a search because the search is being do here.
Yeah, okay.
And so you can retrieve just the name here. So you don't need here like the search for this. You can only do current sales commitment. So basically this repeating group is retrieving a list of commitments. And here you just only say, please store like in this group, or show me or display in this group, this current cell commitment, in this one, the other cell, in this one, the other cell, right? And from there, this is the parent, okay?
Yeah.
You can retrieve the name, that the name is like the action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's preview this for now, if it is working. So, hey, this is a test. We'll click here.
Cool.
Test number 2.
Wow.
Number 3. Okay.
Great.
Cool. So now, I noticed that you have here like this voting option, right?
Yeah.
And an edit feature. What should do this? This should edit the name of this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this should delete. Okay, the
Yeah.
deleting function is working properly, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you will want to have for any important action like a deletion, like a pop-up, right? Or something like, are you sure? Like a double confirmation, because a wrong click can be there. But yeah, you can add it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I get the edit to work, I can understand how to edit that.
Okay. So now what we will want to do is, okay, Bubble, please pass this information, like the commitment that is in this group, you will pass it to the pop-up that you have here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I noticed that you have like the main logic properly, that is adding here to this pop-up. You change the content to a commitment. So Bubble knows that here you will display a commitment, right? And here you are retrieving the number of votes. No, here you are retrieving the action name, but as a placeholder. A placeholder is like gray text, like when someone suggests you to type something. Like this, do you see this gray text? There is nothing, but it is like a help for you to know what to type there. This is the placeholder. But the value is what you really type it or what is already typed there. So this should not be there and should be here in the initial content.
Ah, yeah, that's, of course.
Okay, so I replace it from here to here, right? And this will be visible when it's empty, right? I will show you later. Okay, here you can limit the number of characters, or this is important to have. Check it, because you may not want to have empty values there, like a gray box with an empty value. So don't let Bubble store if the user leaves this blank, right? And when the user clicks here, it makes change to the parent group. Perfect. So to the commitment that is displayed in the pop-up. So this is perfect. But you need to tell Bubble what to change. You are saying which element you will change, but not the new value that you want.
Yeah.
So you will say, okay, the action will be input. I recommend you to give names to everything, and very, very, very specific. It maybe sometimes look like, oh, this is very obvious, but never. But as the app is being growing, you will remember me that you will forget them, the inputs and the names and where are them. So like this will be edit action, right? So this is to edit, and this is input situation.
Input action, yeah. You can
like something like that, right? And it is great because you can type here like action and find them very easily, right? Okay, so action here, and you can select edit. Do you see? I type it, so I found it easily, the value, right? And we will want to hide the pop-up after the addition, right? So we will hide an element, and we will hide the pop-up, and we will add maybe an alert, but you don't have any plugins for the alerts. Do you want to install one very quickly?
Sure.
This is the AirDev one. I like it. We can work with this meanwhile. So we will add a standard alert and will be success at the top right. And we can say change, save it. Right? I will leave it like this, but then I will explain you a good concept that you can work with. But I will show you first how this will work. And we will need to also check the flow when you click the edit button. If we are displaying the proper commitment in the pop-up. Okay, you are only showing a pop-up, but the pop-up, as you see, will be empty, right? So you need to tell Babel what to store in that pop-up to edit or what to display in that pop-up. So first of all, we will add a step here that will be display data in a group or pop-up. We will display it in this pop-up. And what data we will display? The parents group commitment. So if you remember,
group for the button, yeah, okay.
If you
That
remember, this button is inside this group, and this group, it is connected to the current cell. So this group belongs to the first row. This other group belongs to the second row. This group belongs to the third row, right? That's what this means, current cell, right? So when you click that, you will display the parent's commitment in that pop-up, and then you will show it. And a recommended action is to add this first, reset a pop-up or a group before opening a pop-up always. Like to reset like any previous input that you updated or something, when you open the pop-up, don't see that input. I will delete it and I will show you what I mean because of that, what I mean. So you can understand that because this is really important. Okay, so let's preview this again. And so here we have test number 2, right? So it is displaying properly. Do you see? It is displaying it properly, right? So let me edit it. I will add this face here and I will save it. Do you see? Now, but now I will click here. Do you remember that I edited the input in the pop-up, right? So I changed that input value. Okay, it is working now because we are retrieving another element. But if maybe the pop-up was to add something, it will retrieve like the previous value if you don't reset the pop-up. Let's say that you have something here that it is called like new. And the action is to show the pop-up and don't display nothing in the pop-up because you are creating a new commitment, right? I want to explain you the concept of the reset group. So I will edit it again, right? But when I click here in new, do you see that I have this?
So if I use the pop-up to different things, this is a problem, and it's safety precautions to use it.
Yeah. So, but here it is really not the value. Here, if I click here, it is not saving nothing. No. I mean, I will put this and would okay. It displayed it because it keep the previous record. Yeah. So it is always great to have this before.
Is that reset. Also if I go from one page to another, for example?
It will auto reset it.
Okay.
Because you refresh the page.
Yeah. Okay.
So I always recommend you to have a reset action at first, then display the data and the pop-up, just to prevent any weird issues there. So hello. And I will click here and it will be empty. Do you see? Because we are creating another one. If I click here, this is a test, empty, hello, empty, right?
Cool.
Okay, the delete is working and the number of votes. So these will be, let's add here. This will be a text. You can make this nicer later. This will be per itself commitment, the value, votes. And after this, I will show you like some conditionals that you can make for this. Okay, the first thing is that sometimes for bubble, an empty is different than 0. So you will see like empty votes. It is sometimes yes, sometimes not, like in some conditionals or, okay, in this one, this is the case. This is empty. So what I recommend you always is to do this plus 0. So this will not hurt anyone. And if you have 10 votes, 10 plus 0 is 0, right?
Okay.
And this expression, I will use it to here. So I will remove this S and I will paste here. So when this number that is 0 plus 0, 0 or 10 plus 0, 10, when this number is 1, formatted as text, will be nothing. And when it's not 1, I will add an F. So only when it is 1 will be nothing. And when it is not 1, I will add an F. Because you say 0 votes, 1 vote, and then 2, 3, 3, whatever votes. So this will work for this scenario, right? Okay. So now when we click here, what we will want to do will be to, okay, when this is 1, okay, this is partially okay, but here the only scenario is that you are voting and no one else. But here, another person, another team member can click you and undo your vote or something like that.
That's not correct.
Yeah, so we need to add the
other
part of the
I figured I missed that somehow, but I didn't understand how to get it right.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, so let me think in the logic. A lot of time ago, I don't do this, but we will need to store somewhere that we voted that, right? So that this commitment have the vote for
the user.
So Sebastian did a vote, Jenny, Chef, right? And we can do this in 2 manners. First of all, how many because this is important to know. How many votes do you think that this can have?
The user or the
commitment?
The commitment could have maybe, I mean, a group could be 15 people, a team could be 15 people.
Okay. So we can use the simple one. If you think that this will be like greater than 100 items, we will need to create another database object that can be like votes. So, but I will not use it. I will create it for you so you can check it later. But basically, we will store every vote for a commitment. So this is more robust, but it is like more complex, right? User who voted, right? So will be a user. Maybe you will store the date and some other stuff. But basically, the relation will be like to check for each commitment the votes, right? And who and when, and maybe if have some other conditions or whatever. But for now, we will create, this is correct because we can also do a count of votes of the users. But this is better because it's faster to display. But the way we will structure it will be, okay, we will have users who voted, right? This will be a list of users. So here you will store which user voted and here the number of total votes, right? So when the user, I think we will create two. I will deprecate meanwhile this flow and we will create one from scratch. So first of all, when this is clicked and the commitment contain the user who vote. So basically here you will have a list like Chef, Sebastian, Juan. So when this commitment, the user who votes contains the current user, we will subtract, right? Because the user already voted.
Yeah.
Right. So we will change the current cell's commitment, right? We will change the cell and we will say, okay, the user who voted, remove me, right? We will remove the current user because he is removing his vote, right? And we will update the math number that will be current cell's commitment votes minus 1, right? This is like when adding. I will rename this like remove vote, right? And the other one will be, I will copy and paste it, and this will be add vote, right? Oh, there it is at the other side. Okay, so this will be only when doesn't contain the user, right? So when the commitment doesn't contain votes of this user. So when this is true, we will say add the current user, and instead of subtracting, we will add 1 vote, right? And I think this should do the trick. Let's test it. And we will need to add also a condition to prevent the user voting twice. Okay, so I will vote here. Okay, 1 vote, and it is showing it. But it is showing this because it is greater than 1. I think that we need to update the logic here, right? To don't show this if you are another user, because I think this condition is to show something different. But yeah, so, okay, this is working fine. Okay, I cannot vote twice. So the condition is properly added here and here, right? But we will want to display this orange icon with a different, because the current logic is when it's 1 to show like this. But if I log in as another user and come to this page, the value will be also 1, but this user have not voted to that commitment. So what the logic should say, what do you think this?
Connected to the if current cells users who voted, perhaps, is 1.
Okay, when you are working with lists, you cannot say like is, because the in Babel is like for only 1 field. Okay. The way that it's handled by Babel when it is a list, it is contained. This is like the is. So when the user who voted contains.
Yeah, I think this is a bit tricky, but could it be current cells commitment?
But you already have here the current cell commitment. So for now, the expression is saying when this commitment, the list of users that you have here, let me show you. you can inspect these and click here. Do you see that the name is action? The action is hello. The team, it is this ProNoCoder team. The user who created it is this one. The users who voted is a list of things. Well, the number of votes. Okay, here is showing me like an empty of users. I'm not sure if this is this should show a list. Let me refresh. But do you see that in the users who voted, you can add more like chef or another people here. You have a list of elements there. So yeah, let's go back again. So when contains what? When this list of persons contains what? Will show me the other item.
Yeah, it should be that I have voted.
So and I have is which element? I belongs to what?
The current cell?
Nope, the current user.
Current user. Okay.
I am the current user. So when the users who vote contain the current user.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know. So this sometimes is tricky to remember how Babel names things and stuff like that. So here it contains one vote and here another vote. Okay. And basically this is the logic. If you come here with another user, he will not see this vote here. Okay, you are not viewing because you don't belong to that team. But
NoCoders.
I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah. Name.
I don't care. Just eat whatever. It's fine.
Okay. Maybe no. Okay. Do you see that it now show it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
But yeah.
So sorry, I was not on mute. I was supposed to be on mute.
No worries.
I wanted to say hello to Alexandria.
Okay, I think I already finished it with that.
Yeah.
Don't forget to remove this new button. Maybe I will add it for you. Just in case. Okay, you already have this. Don't forget to finish.
Yeah. So the last thing was to sort the list. The repeating group.
Sort by what?
By
name?
By votes.
Or vote? Okay, so you can say number of votes, descending, yes.
Perfect.
So and that will be the trick.
Oh, super. Really, really good help and also good explanation. This was the 230, so I remember, 230 something episode. Do I find them in the vault? Or where do I find the elements, the office hours if I want to go back?
Tonya.
In the vault.
Can you help me with that? Give me 1 second. Tonya?
What's the question? Sorry.
Where do I find the recorded video? Is it in the vault, in the members area?
Actually, no. What it is afterwards, if you remind me, the video needs a little time to process, and I'll send you a link to it. And then we publish them about 3 or 4 days later after they run here. They go into Facebook and also onto YouTube.
YouTube, okay, YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, so I was looking in the vault, and I figured that the old episodes weren't there. So all of them.
We have plans for that for sure, but we're not quite there yet.
No, I understand, no problem. Thank you, Juan.
No worries.
Yeah,
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. Awesome, Alexandria. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, how are you guys?
Good.
I have I'm hoping it's going to be short and sweet. I just kind of want to walk through the thought process and not actually like do it, but just how it would look. So let me find first, hide all the millions of tabs that I have open. Okay. So, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
So I have where the user and the product, it's a marketplace, can send each other messages, like an inbox. And I have set up in data notifications, but I just don't know how exactly to tie it to this little bell and then to kind of like, I want to automate the message where it just says you have a message from XYZ kind of as this notification hits. So in here I have notifications, and then that's already tied to once a message is sent, it creates a notification. It's just I need to see how to tie it to where this little bell turns color and it sends a notification, if that makes sense.
Okay, sure. Okay, got it. Do we have access to your app?
Yes, you want me to let you be able to control my screen?
Yeah, give me a second. Little backbook.
Yes. It's
I think
not.
he's asking
No.
if we are collaborators
No,
on your app or not.
no, I think we are not. Come here.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Do you what? One, Alexandria said you could take over her screen. I think.
Okay, sure. So,
Okay, I just gave you control.
okay, got it. So first of all, I will recommend you to don't have this Boolean value here. You can replace these by theme, but as a date. So the same field will work for you too. Know if it is seen or not, and when in the same. It is just like kind of preferences, but normally I prefer to work with that. And I usually name things very well to later remember, or when another person is looking your app or something or collaborating with you, to make the life easier for them too. Okay, so being said that, sorry. So the notification is being sent to this user. This is a text. Okay. So
actually,
we will.
Sorry, if we wanted to do it on this dashboard, maybe it doesn't have. Sorry, I'm just gonna take a photo. There's, you can create it here if you wanted to, if that makes it easier. Because I'm gonna need to replicate it on 2 different dashboards, and so that one doesn't really have the icon in case the icon was not a good option to use.
Okay, sure. So you can make this more beauty later, but that's the idea, right? Bill. And I will do something here just to make it nicer for you. So for now, will be this and this, and I will make the parent group, this group. Oh, this is a text. No worries, I can work with that. let's group this inside another group. And I will make this group transparent, and I will make it type number. And that number will be used to display the logic in the bell and also to display a number next to it. So the user can know if they have multiple, that can be very useful for the users. So this will not be so cute for now, but I'm sure that you can do it very nice later. I think you will need more space also. Okay, this will be the parents group number. I always used to work with +0. Okay, and I will make these like your primary color. The background style will be like flat color and will be, I'm not sure which is this color, but for now will be okay, like this one. And the letter will be, can be black. Okay. But this text will not be visible unless the parents group number is greater than 0. So when the parents group number is greater than 0, this will be visible, right? So you will view this. Okay, maybe we can make it rounded to look better. So the roundness will be this 100 to be rounded. Tonya, do you remember how much rounded should be? 200, I think. No more, 300 maybe. Oh, I know why. Because yeah, this is not a circle. It is okay, but you can update this later. It's just there. Okay, and the conditional here will be the same. When the parents group number is greater than 0, the icon will be the other one, right? So it will be this one, maybe in another color, right? It can be.
It can be red if you want.
Yeah. Okay. You can see. You can click here to know the difference, right? Okay. I think it should be the other way. Maybe this red, and yeah, but you can play with that. Okay. Now the most important thing. When this group will be, I mean, which number will be, right? So first of all, I will name it very properly. I like to name these kind of things because you can use it later in your page or in another element. So you can reference this group number. So I will show you later. So I will name this like var on red notifications. And the number will be, I'll do a search for notifications where the recipient is the current user. So only show me notifications that the recipient will be is the current user, and only when they are on red, right?
So seen, no, I guess.
Date seen, it's empty, right? So when the date is empty, and this will be a count, right? So this will count the number of notifications that meet these conditions here, recipient and date seen. And this should do the trick. And maybe later when you click that button, what you should do is to make that notifications seen,
Okay.
right? Okay, so do you have any user with notifications already, or we can create them?
We could create one.
Okay.
Isn't.
Okay, so give me a second to make this group transparent without no borders. We can rename this group as transparent group. Okay. So which one was, sorry, which user or which notifications?
Can go to users, and then I think we would need to just send a message. You could probably run as, you can run as like this one probably. No. I think it would be, how would they message? The other thing. Let me see. Sorry guys, 1 second. It should send a message to the hotel's dashboard. Go to, I think this is right. Okay, so there's no way to test it right now currently, because I don't think they're really, that's the challenge, because the user has to message the hotel before the hotel has access to message the user.
Okay.
Because we don't want hotels to be able to like just search and spam users.
But we can test it like this. Let me show you. Which user we were using first?
So you can use this one. So anything that says no hotel is a user in our system.
Okay,
So this
so
would be a,
I will with this karma. Okay, so here you have some notifications. So they have 5 unread notifications. That basically are these ones. Do you see? Body.
oh yeah, okay.
Do you see? Karma Hotel. GESG. And then what you will need to do is that when they click here, this should redirect the user to somewhere where they see the notifications.
Yeah.
And when they land on that page, you will do something like every 3 seconds or something on that page where the users are viewing the notifications. But basically, the flow here will be like go to page or show something, or I mean, redirect the user where they can view the notifications, right? For now, we will go to the same page, but it is just to leave you the workflow so you can remember. Members dashboard, but you can change this. This should have a user. This asked me for something. Members dashboard, a text, maybe. This page is type
Could it be current user?
user. Yeah, current user. Yeah. Okay, so we will go to the same page, but it is just for you to remember to redirect the user properly.
Technically, if you wanted to test it, you could just pull up or show message. So on that same page, there should be like a message. So yeah, just
It is another page or it's in the same page?
no, it's this. It's on the same page, so it would be show of element actions, show message portal. Messaging. Yeah.
Okay. So
Take
we
them
can
to
have
the
some.
right now.
And we can scroll to that element, maybe. Right. And maybe win an offset of -60 to don't be like in the same line, a little bit up. Okay, so this will scroll to this section, we'll show it, and then we'll make change to a list to the var unread messages. But this is a number, right? So I will copy. No, they are notifications, right?
Yeah.
So let me do something better. I will have this data source. I copied it. And I will create a pop-up for you that will never be visible by the users. It will be only like a hidden pop-up for you to work, to have like hidden variables that are great for this kind of purposes. So basically, this is a repeating group that nobody will see. Maybe this. And this will be like var unread messages and the sorry, notifications, and the other will be var unread messages count. So this is var unread notifications, so you can access them very easily to update them. So here we can have this. So you can know what this belongs to here. And here will not be that data source. So you do the expression once and don't need to update multiple times the expression. So you will, oh, sorry, this is, let me rename. Oh, sorry. Where I was. So this will be var unread notifications count, right? And we will pull the var unread notifications. That is a list, and please count that list, right?
Okay.
So this is a list of things. This is a count. It is only a number, right? So this will work. Instead of forcing Babel to do again a search, you just pick the hidden variable that you have there. So to those notifications that you already loaded in your page, in the background, in this pop-up, so the flow will be faster, right? Because they are already fetched by Babel. You don't need to search them again. And you will make them date seen, current date time. And that's it. This should work. Give me a second, we come here again. So this should be something like this.
Okay.
So this user have 5 notifications.
Mhm.
Oh, maybe we should center that. um, and when they click there, they should be redirected. Okay, you have 5. And you click here, and this should turn again the previous setup, right? Like empty and
Yeah.
transparent. Do you see?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and
Populating, I guess. But that's
yeah. Something that you may want to have is like a condition. I will copy this expression here, but you will may do every like 3 seconds maybe, and only when messages is visible, messaging portal. So when messaging portal is visible, every 3 seconds, make change to that list.
Okay.
So in case that the user receives a message but is viewing the page, it will receive like the notification, but then at the 3 seconds will go away, because it will be very weird that you have unseen notifications if you are viewing them, right?
Yeah.
But don't forget to add this conditional, like only when this is visible, right?
Could we look at just the why they're not visible? Because it's saying it's pulling 5, but yet they're not now showing up in the message for the user.
Sorry, I didn't understand you. So when you click here, here, you come here, right? And
yeah, so it should be displaying the messages that were unseen. So if there was 5, there should be a couple of messages queued up here and then messages here.
Okay. So
something happened between, I guess, previously because it was working and now we can't see those messages.
Okay. So let's like step a bit and check what is happening here. So here, okay, here you are searching for messages that is different than notifications. So here you should display notifications instead of messages, or make them both, right? Sorry, you can have a message. This is like a property that you can add. You can say, okay, this is a message, but this is a notification. A notification, like, let me show you better. We can create an option set here. I always use like OS to remember that they are an option set, but you can rename this. So like you can say what type of message is and treat this like different based on conditions. Like this can be a chat, like like a system generated, right? If the system generates this notification and shows something different based on that, if this is like, I don't know, more things like notification itself, I don't know, you can play with that. So instead of having notifications and messages, because I noticed that this is like maybe what you wanted to have. So when a user sends a message, you don't need to create a notification. You can, this is a message, but this message have not been seen. Oh, I mean, the same setup but than previously. The
Yeah.
team, thread. This is the recipient or the sender? I think the
So
recipient.
I think, yeah, so I guess we don't have, that's the sender. So I think we
Okay.
need to create a recipient user.
Yeah.
That's maybe the biggest boo-boo.
Yeah, so you can update these later, but yeah. And you can have here the notification type. So every time that you create a message, you can say, okay, this was a chat, this was a system generated message or something to display, for example, the logo of the app next to the, like here, for example, or yeah, whatever. You can play with that. So you can update now your variables that you have here and don't retrieve notifications and instead retrieve messages. Right? Instead of search notifications, you will change these to search messages.
Okay.
And but do you have messages? Sorry.
Yeah, I do have a messages data type.
Okay, and you have information there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where it, yeah, because the messages created a notification before in the system. So the fact that there was 5 before was from the 5 messages that were in the system.
Okay, so recipient.
Recording.
I'm back.
How are you, Toya?
I'm good. I got Sandra squared away. How's it going with
Fine.
alerts and notifications?
Good.
Fine.
Good.
You know, in Bubble, you fix one thing and then you break another. And then I was like, oh yeah, this was wrong. This is not how it should be. So he's helping me redo something.
Thank you, friend.
No worries.
It's like
So,
a yarn ball. You pull a little bit and then there's just like more. more
but yeah, so read messages count. And do you see that this variable, we're using it here, we are using it in this other flow here.
Yeah.
And here too. So do you see that you avoid like doing copy, paste, and update, like multiple data sources that if you change something in the search or something, you need to update it only in one place, not in 3 places. But yeah, this should be a search for messages. Sender user. Okay, you are viewing here only messages that you sent. So maybe you should remove that, and you will want to show messages where the thread users contain this user, or where the recipient is the user or the sender is the user. I think here you have something weird with the threads. Click it, yes. I think that meanwhile,
that like once you click on the thread, it appears in the message box like big. In order that
meanwhile, with your database setup, it can be something like that. Recipient user is current user. Merge it with, because if not, you can use a thread, but it seems that you are creating like single messages, like avoiding the thread. So, but for now, I think this should help you. Okay, this one was the recipient, this should be the sender. But yeah, you need the thread to differentiate. Yeah, no, this should not be, because this should belong to the thread that the users click here in this left panel, right? Yeah, you need to, you will need to show messages that the thread is the parent group thread or something. And here you will display a search for threads that contains contains current user. Okay.
Yeah, the challenge before was that when we were clicking on the text, it wasn't switching in between. So like when it was like, if we're like previewing, we would click on current cells thread user, like display that content. And then if we click a different one, it should switch it.
Okay, I think I found it. So here should be thread is parent group thread. Only show me messages that belongs to the parent group thread.
Okay.
So that the thread is the parent group, right?
Okay.
And when you click here, this is a list of threads. So basically, when you click this element, you will need to display in this. Oh, sorry. I will rename this to var thread selected, so we can easily find them later. So when you click here, you will display the thread in this var thread.
We can probably take off the current.
Yeah.
Cells, yeah.
Make change to thread. I don't know what is clicked. Maybe read or something like that.
Yeah, we were trying to do it where it would click. Like when we switched in between, what was happening is we would click one, but then when we would click the other, it wouldn't display the other one. But I think we can just do that.
Yeah, we can delete that. Yeah. But you don't have here any threads. Do you have some of them that we can check? But this should do the trick.
Yeah, it should if we have. I think it's not running as a user. So if we run it as one of the users, they do have threads in there.
Okay. Can you run as one, please?
Yeah. Okay. So it will display. The thing is, see, it won't. Oh, it will. Okay. Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. You will need to update the logic for the messages, because maybe if you have read messages in one thread, but you have not clicked on that thread, they will also like make all of them like visible. So sorry.
Unread.
Unread. Yeah. So I will remove here. Oh, what happened here?
I think it's the messages count. No. Just click.
Yeah, but here we have a flow, right? Oh no, I know what happened. We have two. Yeah, here. So when this is clicked, we will not make the change to the list for now. We only will go there. And every 3 seconds, this will make a list of messages, but I will filter them. This list only to the messages that the thread is the var thread displayed.
Okay, so that they were clicked on.
And that will make the trick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No worries.
Amazing.
Hope it works for you and help you later.
I just have to replicate it on like 3 different dashboards. That's the fun of it.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Awesome.
Also, maybe you will want to add here, like to the first thread. Display the first one.
Oh, display the first, like the date.
Mm-hmm.
So just
Yeah.
click. Okay.
Yeah. So you were saying, Tanya?
I was
Yeah,
just saying it was good to see both of you tonight, and I really appreciate everything, Juan, so much. Thank you for being here, because I'm pretty sure my brain has been well past fried today. So. We're going to go ahead and wrap up office hours for now. We will be back next time. Thank you so much for watching. And if you would like to join us and ask your bubble questions, please go to pronocoders.com and sign up for a developer membership right away. We'll see